our belongings. But that didn't upset me right away. I only got upset when I tried to get out of the car and put my foot down on a flimsy box. I knew what it was as soon as I felt the cardboard crush. My heart sank. My birthday cake! I had stepped on my birthday cake. The one I had bought for myself at the grocery store. The one my friend Bunny and I were supposed to share at home that afternoon for my 12th birthday. Mother could never celebrate my birthday because of Father and all. But I couldn't figure out what my cake was doing there on the backseat floor of the Catfish's car. I pulled the box up on my lap and lifted the busted top. Inside, it said, P-Y-D-A-Y-U-B-Y. I cried big tears. I was no crybaby, but I was so surprised to wreck my own name that the tears just leaked out. Hap and Birth could fall by the wayside, but losing the R from Ruby, now that hurt. It hurt bad. I knew from the Bible that when somebody got a name change, God was about to let it rip. So I knew then, just sitting and looking at that UBY, that even though it was only my 12th birthday, my life was turning upside down. I opened the car door, swung my feet out, and walked over to Mother. She turned slowly from the fire to look at me. She was pleased to see me. I could always tell by her eyes, and the warm light there she saved for me alone. "Where are we?" I pulled on the elastic waist of my pajamas and let it pop. "Aren't I supposed to be in school today?" The lady with the blonde curls could tell I was confused and needed to talk to my mother. So instead of talking, she politely turned away and stirred the fire with a long stick. Mother tilted her head and gestured to the woods and the campers all around us. She had this way of looking at ordinary things like she had never seen them before. I got right in front of Mother and touched her cheek. The fire warmed my back. "How far are we from home, Mom? Do you know?" She sighed. "Oh, about... How long did we drive last night? Do you remember? Were you awake?" She glanced over at the car as if it might tell her. Then she said, "The sun came up behind us. It was lovely. I almost woke you up to see it." "All night traveling in the car? We could have been in China for all I knew." "Mother," I said slowly, "where is the catfish taking us?" She nodded peacefully, then touched her lips. "Hollywood. It's in California." I could not believe my ears. The catfish probably thought he was going to get into movies or music. That was just like him. Buying lottery tickets and gambling on any other fool thing that popped into his mind. He'd lay good money on whether the sun would come up and somehow he'd lose. The main problem with Catfish was he'd always been too good for his own life. He was always looking for a better place. And once he got going on one of his big ideas, it was near about impossible to slow his motor down. "Where is he now?" I asked. "Down there making friends, I suppose?" She made a hand gesture like a fairy princess spreading stardust, then poured us each a cup of coffee. Chapter 2. I ought to say something here about my own self and the way I was back home, before they dragged me off on that horrible, horrible journey. My name is Ruby Clyde Henderson, and I am not stupid. What's more, I look like a boy, even at my age. I'm skinny, and as my mother says, flat as a pancake. So when I want, I tell people my name is Clyde. And when I don't want, it's Ruby. Some don't even believe I'm a girl, with my hair being so short. It's funny, people tell you not to lie, but they hardly ever want to hear the truth. If you try to tell it, they call you a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. But if you lie, they believe you. Back home, there was this little block-headed boy, new to school, and he actually pulled my pants down, wanting to prove that I was one of his kind. What he saw so surprised him that he laughed out loud, braying like a donkey. So I knocked him down. I'm good at that. And I sat on him. I'm good at that, too.